I felt like I was dying of loneliness. I'm Nessa Feels. Are you ready to talk about feelings today? Are you ready to talk about self-love today? Are you ready to love yourself today? I'm grateful to have my little emotional support Pusheen today with the little titty when I was a little girl. And this is actually a really sad story, but I remember I had so many teddy bears and so many stuffies and plushies on my bed up until I was like 14 years old. And then my grandma died. And when the grown-ups were moving all of my stuff, they put all of my plushies into big black garbage bags. And instead of bringing the plushies to my new home, they actually took them and threw them all away. And I had none. So that was actually quite sad, and I'm trying not to cry right now. But unpacking it. We're unpacking it. We're in the fields. We're in the fields. Fields of flowers. Because flowers bloom when we water them with tears that we cry from our eyes. But I have a really important question for you. Do you like yourself? Most specifically, do you like yourself when you're alone? Do you ever feel like you have a hard time being alone with yourself? Do you feel like you truly like and love yourself that to the point where you enjoy being with yourself? Like if you were to call somebody right now and nobody answered the phone, would you still go do the thing that you would have done if that person would have answered the phone or if that person would have said yes? I'm curious. I feel like so much of the time, like for a long time, like I couldn't stand to be alone. But then I didn't have the right people around me who had my best interest. It was actually quite toxic. And then I went through a really difficult surgery last year where I had like no choice to be alone. Like I spent so much time alone. I spent so much time alone, and I was just watching anime and just healing and recovering, and I couldn't drive, I couldn't go anywhere. And at first, mentally and emotionally, it was so difficult. It was so hard. I felt like I was literally dying. Like I felt like I was dying of loneliness, and it was such a struggle. But then something shifted, and I'm like, wait a second. I actually like being with myself. I actually am so grateful for this peaceful space that I have around me. I'm so grateful to be surrounded by things that I love. And I'm so grateful to have peace and not be surrounded by toxicity or people who don't have my best interest. And so ever since then, it's been like my whole world has just opened up. Like I really genuinely enjoy being alone. Probably a little bit too much. Probably a little bit too much. That's not to say I have people in my life who really love me and who care about me and who I love also being with. But there's just something about enjoying our own company. There's just something about being able to like take yourself out on a date, to go to a movie by yourself, to go to a show, like a concert with your favorite artist, to be able to go on a shopping trip, to go to like a cafe, to get a matcha. It's like there's so much to be said. Like when you enjoy being in your own company, there's just so much peace. There's so much peace, but oftentimes I feel like we tie and attach our worth to how many people like us, how many people want to be around us. And we feel like if people don't want to be around us, then we're not the popular. Like, I'm not the popular girl. I'm not the popular boy. Nobody likes me. Why doesn't anyone want to be around me? We go through this whole emotional struggle of feeling like just because people aren't around or people aren't available or we don't have anybody to do like certain things with, that like we're not good enough, that we're not worthy enough to hang out with, that we're not loved enough for people to want to spend time with us. I actually see that as a blessing because for me, I feel like anytime I do things with other people, I have this like responsibility to keep everybody happy. Like I want everybody to be happy. I want everybody to have a good time. I want everybody to have the food they like. I want everybody to smile. I want everybody to feel comfortable. I want everybody to like feel good about the time. And just like all of these things, it's like when you're with other people, it's like you have no choice, for me anyway, you have no choice but to just like think about all the things that are going to make other people happy, and then we wind up putting ourselves at the very very bottom. The very bottom, the very anyway. Anyway, and so when I go out to places alone, like I travel alone, I get on airplanes, I go to new cafes, I go take myself out to eat, I go to movies by myself. I saw Jessie Reyes in concert and she was incredible. I went to her poetry reading. I went and saw Anise. I went and met Pink Sweats. And it's like, it's so freeing because then I can just do the things that I love without the pressure of feeling like I have to fill someone else's cup. Like I can just genuinely fill my own. And every single time I have like an experience, like when I go to like when I went to a Jessie Reyez concert, it was so cool because I was by myself and it started to rain, and all of a sudden I looked up and there was like a double rainbow, and I was like, ah, it's a rainbow, and everybody around me was like, what's wrong? And I'm like, there's a rainbow, and everyone was like, okay, weirdo, and I was like, but it's a rainbow. You know, they didn't appreciate it as much as I did, but if I would have been with somebody, I would have been distracted and talking to them, which would have been beautiful, but I would have missed also something else beautiful. So there's so much opportunity to love ourselves through the process of getting to know who we are and who we want to be and doing the things that we love, fulfilling all of our inner child needs, our inner child like whims, all the things that made us happy and made us feel good when we were little. It's like we have the opportunity to do all of that now. Like when we grow up, like we can, most of the time, we are very blessed and we are very privileged. I recognize that I'm so blessed. I'm so abundant. I was just saying today how I feel like I am living my very best life. And we're just going to pause for just a moment of gratefulness for all of the things that we have, for all of the beautiful blessings in our life, for the ability to breathe, for the ability to have water, to eat food, for the sunshine, for the clouds, for all of the things that make us feel comfortable every day, for all of the things that make us smile every day. We just have gratitude because grateful hearts attract abundance. And in learning to love yourself through all of these things, you actually start to enjoy being alone. And I know that it's very difficult. It's difficult to sit with ourselves sometimes because then the overthinking thoughts come, we get anxious, we start to feel alone, even abandoned. And something that made me think of is this little melody. It's like, do you like yourself when you're alone? From the inside out, does it feel like home? Or are you quietly crying, begging, please? Would anyone love me for me? I remember writing that melody when I was feeling just very sad and very lonely and feeling like just very unloved. But what I recognized is that I wasn't loving myself, right? And self-love is such a journey. Like some days I'm like up here on the self-love and other days I'm like down. Like I'm all the way down. It's a journey. Self-love is a journey. I don't know why I fiddle with things. It's a nervous habit. Self-love is a journey. And I think if we can sit with the parts of ourselves that make us feel uncomfortable, then we can start to hug those parts of us, start to love those parts of us. Like when we look in the mirror, what are we picking ourselves apart about? What is it that we don't like? Is it our nose? Is it our chin? Is it our hair? Right? What are we not accepting about ourselves? Is it because we overthink? Is it because we can't sleep at night? Is it our overthinking? Like, what is it that we don't like about ourselves? We all have things that we don't like about ourselves. We wish we were this and we wish we were that. We wish we had this and we wish we had that. I think that we kind of start to attach the way we see ourselves to the people who stay, to the people who want to be around us, the people who want to be with us. And I think that that makes it a little bit difficult to be okay being alone. Also, like the sunshine just like went behind the clouds, so it just got like really dark. It just got really dark. But it's okay. It's okay. And so it took me a long time to get to the point where I felt safe being alone. And it was like so bad that I would be around people who didn't have my best interests, around people who didn't love me, around people who hurt me because I didn't want to be alone. And I think that that's a very dangerous, very scary, very sad and tragic way to live life because there's truly going to be people in our lives who just absolutely love to be with us. But even more importantly than that, I think that we should just absolutely love to be with ourselves. Like, why not? Like, we should be the coolest person to ourselves. We should surround ourselves with things that we love and do the things that we love that fulfill our inner children. All the things that we used to wish that we could do when we were little, why not do them now? If you still love to swing on the swings, go swing, go play on the slide. I do all the time. I think it's so important for us to connect to our inner child and truly feel okay being alone with ourselves. And I think that in a society where we're always constantly on demand, where there's always like so many interactions, like especially digital interactions, I feel like so many of us are so lonely. Like we be getting so lonely that we're just willing to like do anything and consume anything and be around anyone just because we're scared to be alone and because we're scared to be with ourselves. And why is that? Why are we scared to be with ourselves? We should be the safest person to ourselves. Why? We should be the most fun, most happiest, most loving person to ourselves. So why in the world are we scared? Why are we scared to be around ourselves? Let's think about that. Oh, I thought there was a mosquito in here, but it was outside. Why are we scared? Why are we so scared to be alone? Why is that such a tragic thing? It's fine. It's okay. I always go by myself because why am I going to miss out just because I don't have anybody that wants to go with me? I want to go and I count. We count as somebody who wants to go. So next time you invite somebody to something and they say no, like remember that you also have yourself. Most of the time, I feel good being by myself. I started to like find this inner peace. And then I started to crave it. And so now anytime that I'm in a situation where I'm around a whole bunch of people, I start to crave peace. I start to crave aloneness. Like I require so much time to be alone that it's actually like quite crazy. But it's because for the most of the time, not all the time, because my thoughts be scaring me sometimes. My thoughts be little monsters and they be, demons up there just convincing me that I'm just like the most horrible everything. But anyway, there can be a balance of both. We need connection, we need love, we need to be around people. We deserve to be around people that love us, right? We deserve to have connection with people. We deserve to feel love. We deserve to have fun. We deserve to be in safe spaces with people who care about us, who enjoy our company. But we also deserve to enjoy ourselves and enjoy our own company. We have to have both. We have to have recharge time. We have to not only be around people who pour into us and fill our cup, but we also have to pour into ourselves and also fill our cup. So then everything is overflowing. We can then put out into the world. Pour the love out into the world. And I think that all truly, really, really starts with loving ourselves and enjoying being around ourselves, because don't we deserve that more than anyone else? Why do we care so much if other people like us if we don't even like ourselves? Like we should be thinking about like, why don't I like myself? Why don't I like myself? But I'm so worried about all of these other people liking me, but I don't even like myself. Like, how are you supposed to like find the people who are genuinely gonna love you and care about you and like pour into you with the expectation of getting nothing in return? Like they just genuinely like who you are. How are you gonna ever find those people if you're not being your authentic self? You don't like being around yourself and you can't stand being alone because you're constantly going to be surrounded and bombarded with thoughts and with people who are not good for you. Because you're not being good to yourself. We gotta be good to ourselves. And this is a lesson and a reminder to me too, because I struggle even recording these videos. Like I literally nitpick myself all the way apart because there's some parts of myself that I just don't like. And I'm trying to learn how to like myself, because once I learn how to like myself, then I can learn how to better love myself. And that is the journey. It's not about going from like self-hatred to self-love, because that's too hard of a path. But we have to learn how to first be okay, be at peace, be a little uncomfortable, but still comfortable enough to spend time with ourselves alone. And then we'll start to like it. And then we'll start to love it. And it's all a process. But you can't go from like self-hatred to self-love like quick. And I think that sets us up for failure. So I would love, 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 love if you took some time this week to do something just for you. Something that you love. It could be anything that seems silly. Like think about the things that you used to do when you were little. And maybe something that you still think about every now and then, and something like remind you of it, but you never do it. Like why not? Do something that little you would love and cherish and enjoy the moment. And even if it's uncomfortable, like be okay with being alone. I would so much rather be alone than be around people who don't like me and who don't love me. I would much rather you be alone than to be around people who don't like you or don't love you. I love you. I love you. Pusheen and the little bear. What should we name her? She's so cute. Look, she should have like little blushies on her cheeks. Wouldn't that be so cute? Like a little pinky. Pusheen loves you. I love you. And I want you to love you too. And so I'm grateful that you're here, and I hope that you will stay. And while you're here, I would like to send you a bracelet. Can I send you a bracelet? So I make these bracelets with like every one of my songs, and they all say something special. So this one says So Brave, and then this one and this pink one also say Memories, and then this one says Vulnerable, because vulnerability is beautiful and it's the best way that we can learn about ourselves and start to love ourselves and find the people who love and accept us. And if you would like a bracelet, just let me know in the comments. Thank you for being here. Just hope that something here will make you feel fulfilled, inspired, loved, and I hope that you know that you matter and you deserve to enjoy spending time with yourself. And just because you are alone sometimes doesn't mean that you are unlovable or unworthy. You are an amazing, wonderful human being, and you are a light. So please never forget that. Okay? Okay. Bye.